Cruising Concepts. Visit us at cruisingconcepts.com. Add ease and elegance with quality custom accessories like grates and floorboards, cockpit tables, companionway doors, replacement windows, hatches, tables, and more. See a complete line of our products at cruisingconcepts.com.
Hi, Joe again with another install from Cruising Concepts. Today I'm going to be installing the cup binocular holder and a brand new cockpit table. Can't wait to get this out with the kids on it so that the food stays on the table and not into my cockpit floor. Once again, Cruising Concepts has supplied all the hardware I need, the screws, and even the insert bits. One thing I love about dealing with this company. You get everything you need. All I have to do is supply a drill and I'm ready to go. In addition to the drill, today I brought a couple of shims because I'm here alone. It will help hold the board up. I'm going to show you the install here shortly. When I install the cockpit table today, I want the back of it to be based up here. If you take a look at this, this back area is what's going to be mounted onto the binnacle guard. I want it flush up against here, so I've brought along some shims, some little wood shims that will allow me to prop it up on my cockpit grate, and then I don't have to have some help. I'll be able to do this job myself. So the first job is going to be to get it up against this and to get it centered, and we'll begin marking for our drilling. All right, I've got it up and I've got it centered. Mine turned out to be 4.5 centimeters off the bars on each end of that mounting bracket on the back. I did notice that when I step on my floor grate, it flexes and changes where the table is. So my floor grate doesn't go all the way back. I have a second grate behind the wheel. I'm going to be doing all my measurements and my drilling from the grate behind the wheel. You might want to pay attention to that so you don't run into problems where it was right, but then you step on the left side of your grate and it changes your dimension. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move the camera. I'm going to show you how I'm measuring from the back to get the mounts on, and we'll get some mounts drilled and we'll get her installed. So here we are behind the wheel, about to mount the new table, cockpit table. I verified my distance at about 4.5 centimeters here. I also did the same on the bottom to make sure that it's not cockeyed. I measured down 1 inch. You'll see a little tick mark here. I went down 1 inch and up 1 inch down here. I then put a bracket here and marked a hole, put another bracket here, marked a hole, make sure that you go on the top of this line and the bottom of that line, and now I'm ready to drill my hole. Now, a precaution I took with the drill was placing some tape on the drill so that I don't drill completely through the plastic. Though I don't think that that would be the end of the world. I want a nice clean job, and I made sure that the tape marks how deep I should drill into the plastic so I do the job right. All right, let's drill some holes and get the first of the brackets mounted. Okay, I've got my holes drilled, so now I can install my brackets. Another suggestion I have is do mark your brackets and a port and starboard side on the bracket, just in case these holes don't line up. You'll notice that this bracket lines up with the hole, but if I slide it down here, it doesn't line up. It might have just shifted a little bit. Nope, that one lines up perfect. So mark your brackets, port and starboard, and 1, 2, 3, 4, so that you line the brackets up properly. Okay, so I'm over here on the starboard side. I've made my 1 inch tick marks, made sure my holes are on the right side of those tick marks, placed my bracket and traced the hole, and now I'll go ahead and use the drill again with the tape on it so I don't drill too far, and we'll get these brackets mounted. Now that all my outside screws are installed, I'm going to go ahead and drill and place in the inside screws, and we'll see how the table looks when it's all done. All right, I've got my inside screws in, and this is the second time I put them in. When I installed it, it was just a tad bit snug in here. And to alleviate, and we're talking about millimeters here, but to alleviate that, I put this small piece of rubber hose just behind the bracket, which just gave me enough room so that when I open up the table, it comes right up and there's no binding at all. I got little kids and I don't want them forcing anything. And I tell you, look at this table. I mean, that's twice the area that I used to have. Another great upgrade. Can't wait to get the kids out here and the family. There's a cockpit table for you. So next we'll be installing the cup holder slash binocular holder. This is really simple. Anybody can do this. We're just going to center it. We're going to get out the brackets, mark the holes, drill and tap, and it will be movable. We'll tighten it down where we want it, the height we want it, probably somewhere up here, and that job will be done. Okay, so the cup holder is installed. What I did is I put this ruler on top just to give myself the proper clearance, just a tiny amount of clearance here so that the table would open properly. Look at that, all nice and installed. Great big table. We'll enjoy this upgrade. Now that we have the table installed, let's take a look at a little of the construction. We've got full 3/4 inch starboard, solid HDPE plastic. Don't have to worry about any type of mold, mildew, staining, etc. We've got square drive screws everywhere. Even our installation bit was square drive. Our installation screws were square drive, which tends to alleviate any type of stripping of something like a Phillips screw. Probably the best thing I like about the table is one-hand operation. Pull it up, table locks in place. No screwing around with any bar down in the bottom. My wife loves this. So you've got this bracket, and then you've got these release mechanisms here. If your hand's big enough, you could do one-hand closing. I like to grab it from the both sides and close it down. Nice fiddles on the side. So from the cockpit cocktail table side, you don't have to worry about anything sliding off the table while you're underway. Open it up, and you have these really nice flush hinges. Do the other side so that there's no rocking of anything that you put on the table. Just beautifully constructed table. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. All right, while we're talking about construction, let's take a look at the cup holder. I didn't have this capability in my last cup holder, the ability to put binoculars up front. Another really cool feature that I didn't have on my other one was the ability to put a cup. So on those June, September, October sales up here in Wisconsin, we can put our cups in and they're going to be sturdy. Again, square drive construction, 3/4 inch starboard, full HDPE plastic, easy to clean. Great upgrade for your boat.